is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here, and we are here today. I'm late, I know, man, but you can never be too late for the awesome sauce in the latest installment of the Wano Greatness Chapter 986 of the best-selling manga in history. I just got finished reacting to the opening, man. I'm pumped, dude. I'm ready to put on a coat myself. Wear a jacket, start sailing the seas, man. I'll put on some burgundy like my boy Sanji, because we are here today to read the second best-selling comic of all time. See, man, I said the second because I believe in it so much, son. And when you believe in something, you say that it's factual before it even happens, man. The second best-selling comic of all time. The one, the only One Piece, bro. Let's get it, man. Dude, like I said, I just finished reacting to the opening, and my hype levels, I want to jump from here all the way to the stratosphere, man. Yo, the amount of stuff they showed in that opening, for anime onlys, I feel sorry for them, but for me, I'm celebrating, son. I'm out here, I'm like, dude, the whole Straw Hat crew looks fantastic. I can't wait to see when we actually get to Onigashima and get to see them rocking those outfits, because they look fantastic, dude. I was like, yo, when we get to the Odin flashback, bro, Roger and Whitebeard, son, I was ready to start dancing around doing treble moves and mid fadeaway jumpers. And my boy MJ. Listen, man, when they animate that stuff, the Roger and Whitebeard portion of the Roger flashback in the Odin awesome stuff, they are going to show everything, bro. I'm talking about they're gonna borrow from other series. Like, man, they're going to have Exodia come up in there and hit that Divine Departure. They're going to have Cloud hit an Omni Slash. And we're hearing a One-Winged Angel in the background while Whitebeard and Roger mid-clash. Because while they're clashing, we're going to have like a 10-minute intermission of every other GOAT event that's ever happened in the history of our universe. I mean, you're going to see everything within those 10 minutes, man. And when those 10 minutes are finally over and we see the Roger and Whitebeard clash finish, and we see the island shake, the world start going crazy. I mean, yo, their clash was so legendary that it would even shake the boots of the Toriko characters that we love so much that did that casually. You know what I'm saying, man? Even Jiro would be like, whoa. Even Jiro would be like, son, what do we have going on? Well, let's read some One Piece awesome sauce, man. I've been wanting to read this chapter, but before I read the chapter, I was like, man, I really, really need to watch this opening. Because usually, thanks to the past couple of years, I was able to react to the opening the night that it came out. And to go 2 nights with the opening out and not being able to react to it, I was like, nah, man, I gotta read. Like, this is a once-in-a-year situation. I gotta react to the opening first. So I reacted to the opening, and then I was like, man, I'll read the chapter. And then tomorrow, I'll get on the episode, because after this, I'm getting right back into this game that I'm really, really hooked on, son. Yo, that junk is GOAT, man. I'm telling you, in every aspect, in every single aspect, man. But aside from that, let's get into the greatness. One Piece chapter 986, titled My Name. There's a Naruto OST that I really, really like that's called My Name. It's, it was one that I used to listen to a lot back in the day, and I haven't listened to in a while. But it's a fantastic soundtrack. It's called My Name. I'm trying to think if there's any other soundtrack. I mean, I know like the My Name is Whitebeard OST from this one. That sounds absolutely marvelous. So I'm not sure if that's the actual name of the soundtrack. All I know is that on YouTube it's called My Name is Whitebeard OST, and it sounds absolutely marvelous. If you don't know what I'm talking about, pause the video, go on an alternate tab, or you could click out of this one. Okay, if you're listening to the soundtrack, legend, man. Search up My Name is Whitebeard OST. And I'm sure if you watched the Marineford arc, you probably remember the OST that played in this moment. But just in case you need a reminder, that soundtrack is legendary. It's also the soundtrack that plays at the end of the Don Chin Jiao and Luffy fight in Dressrosa. It's a fantastic OST, man. Absolutely fantastic. But regardless, let's get right into it. Right here we get to see Pound's massive face as he's looking at Capone, and I'm going to assume is also Shifon and Lola leaving him right here. Gang beaches of my family escaped from the Navy and the weird man calling himself our father. They didn't believe him, so they decided to spread. They were like, yo, this guy's spitting nonsense. We're out of here. Nah, all that build up, man, and they left my boy Pound sitting. So, at the very least, now we know where Pound's location is. You know? But still. I mean, I can't blame them. You know, this random dude pops up out of nowhere talking about, yo, I'm your pops. Like, especially after they have probably never seen dude before. Like, yo, what the flying flaglines is this guy? This weird man calling himself our father. And then, of course, they had to escape the Navy as well. Poor Pound, man. This man barely survives Whole Cake Island, comes over here and gets left by the 2 kids that he loves so much. The poor Flagnard. Look forward to seeing where Capone ends up, though. Since he's escaping from the Navy here, and we know how usually we get to see the aftermath of all of these cover stories eventually in the future. Well, except for NLs, but I know the NLs will come eventually. But for a lot of the cover stories, we do get to see where that leads us, right? So I wonder when's the next time we'll actually see Capone. I doubt we'll see him here in Wano, unless the Alliance actually does show up within Onigashima. But if they don't show up and it's actually being saved for like final saga type of stuff, then that'll probably be the next time we see Capone. Will be in the start of the final saga. Because I'm going to assume if Onigashima really is the end of this 4 Emperors saga, either that or Elbaf, whenever the end of the 4 Emperors saga is, and then we move into the final arc, then or into the final saga, then I'm going to assume that's in 7. Well, regardless, whenever we see Capone again, I'll be glad to see my boy with Pez and whatnot. So let's get right into it. We get treated to a double spread right off the top, and because I'm reading it on my computer, I can actually tell when something's a double spread right off the bat. Because usually I'm reading on the iPad, but I wasn't able to today. But regardless, Onigashima, rear entrance. And now, best of luck to you, Sir Kinemon. Sir Denjiro! And to you as well. Here we see Kinemon and Denjiro as they look forward. And then here we have the Scabbards. Is Kiku still here? Yeah, man. Yo, I wanted to see what happened with... Yo, there he is. There's Kanjuro on the bottom. Bloodied up, taken out. We saw the tears that Kiku had to shed last week. Because of this, man. Flagnards. And I love how they're lined up. Like if I love this panel. Kinemon and Denjiro, they're just walking down the line. That reminds me of, there's this one scene in Yakuza Kiwami 2 where Kiryu's walking back home, or to the Tojo HQ. And now he sees everybody just line up, and as he walks, everybody's just saluting, or like bowing, you know, paying their respects to the Dragon of Dojima. Like, yo, like everybody just bows as you walk past everyone. They just bow and bow until you get all the way to the door. It's such a cool scene. Just to the context of like the previous games. So like right here, this visual reminds me a lot of that, of like welcoming home a Yakuza or a boss back to HQ. What a cool spread right here. And then here we get to see them thinking back to Odin, man. A young Kawamatsu, bro. Kya, we have no money, Lord Odin. What will we do for dinner? Alright, time to work. Go into town and beg. Again? Kya. And just remember the time they spent with Kanjuro, bro. It's like, even though the man was a traitor, and even though he betrayed them, that was still their brother, you feel me? That was still somebody that spent all that time with them. And at the end of the day, I know Kinemon must have wanted to save him, man. And poor Kiku was the one that had to do the deed. I know it's been hard for all of you. Izo. Izo? So this is where you've chosen to make your last stand. I've missed too many chances for a glorious and meaningful death. All of them are ready to give their lives here. Every single one of them. Izo looks so dope with the scar. I'm telling you, like, Izo's rocking that scar. So this is where you've chosen to make your last stand. And with him saying that this is where you've chosen to make your last stand, it really does feel like all the Scabbards came into this moment. We know this, you know, from the chapter leading into Act 3 and leading into the Odin flashback, whenever we left the Odin flashback, that they've been meaning to give their lives to the cause for a very, very long time. You know, and what better a place than to defend the honor and to live out the dream and to see the wish fulfilled of the man that they looked up to so much in Odin, right? But for Izo to say that as well, it's like everybody who is a part of this mission is ready to give their life, 110%. Very well, let's hurry. Choose Samurai of Orochi. We see all of them knocked out. Oh, it's Kaido speaking. Well, you do, bro. After last week's insanity, bro, my man Kaido was talking about, in ancient weapons, slicing off Orochi's head. I was like, bro, what do we got going on here? And then I was reading a lot of the comments. They're talking about how Orochi, because he has his ability with the 8 heads, he could very well have just cut off one head, and the other 7 will still be around, whatever the case may be, right? And I was like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. Because I was like, flag. And it just caught me so off guard. Mid-speech. And then somebody else commented like, yo, did you notice that Kaido grabbed King's blade to do the deed? I was like, no, I didn't notice. But now that makes it even more beast, right? But just what a crazy chapter that was last week, man. What an insane chapter. Will you die here like your liege? Or will you conquer the world with us? And he means that wholeheartedly. If he really is going for the ancient weapons. And now they're for sure going after the SSG or whatever it is that the government has going on here. They're serious. And with Kaido and Big Mom together, I mean, how could they not be serious, I'm familiar with the great loyalty of samurai. If you choose to fight us and die, I give you my praise. And here we get to see Orochi's head again. The 5,000 members of the Oniwaban Shu, the ninja force of Wano, are at your beck and call. And we see Fukuro Kuju ready once again to swear his loyalty. And the samurai of Wano, 5,000 strong, offer you our allegiance. Former Mimiwari Gumi Captain Hote. Nobume would be ashamed. Nobume and Sasaki Saburo, the one that I know, they'd be ashamed here, son, of this Mimiwari Gumi Captain. Whew. Poor Shogun Orochi, well, whatever. Daha! Hey, we didn't want to have to fight you guys anyway. Have they no warrior's pride? Boss Hyogoro, stop it. And you can't blame Hyogoro, man. These are his people. He's like, yo, how in the flying flatters? How do y'all, who speak of Wano as your homeland, who speak of this place that you've called your home for so long, you saw what Odin did, and you saw what all that happened back then, and you still choose to take the side of these individuals? Have you no pride? Mama. So we've cleared up the manpower question. Keep them nice and snug down there. Yes, Mama, and we already get to see that the souls in which she's given life to, they're holding Nami and Carrot. As long as they don't spot Shinobu, we've still got a chance. And Shinobu's still going around doing her stuff. She can still save Momo. Also, they're planning on Shinobu to go out and save Momo. Swish, swish. Sorry, Nami, I'm going to go on ahead. Lord Odin saw the situation clearly. He knew that vanquishing Orochi wouldn't change nothing. Even 20 years ago, that true enemy was Kaido. Odin, I mean, dude, he must have known for so long, like with an individual like Kaido, no matter what would happen to Orochi, no matter what would happen around, that's why he chose not to battle, because he was like, Flagnards, as long as Kaido's still around, stuff is still going to happen within this country. Stuff is still going to happen within this world. He must have sensed that because what was there? The best way to figure out like someone else's intentions is by clashing blades with them, because like you can always think and like try to come up with a solution before you actually encounter an enemy. But once you actually encounter them and fight them, especially if you have like multiple encounters with that enemy, you will come to know how they are and whatnot, right? So Odin was of course a great judge of character, so he must have known even back then that Kaido could be capable of something like what he's doing right now. Whoa, hey kiddo. Now Wano has neither a shogun to lead it nor a samurai to serve him. The fools in the flower capital are carrying on with their festival, unaware that this is their final night of freedom. Man, I always had this nagging doubt in my mind. Here we see Momonosuke. How could a little coward like you possibly be the son of Kozuki Odin? Come on, man. This execution is meant to bring an end to the old Wano. Hold on, man, hold on. This man said, how could a little coward like you possibly be the son of Kozuki Oden? I thought that after that last chokeslam thing where he was holding about the thing, that he possibly, grew to have a little bit of respect for Momonosuke. But nah. This execution is meant to bring an end to the old Wano in order to usher in this new era with Kaido and Big Mom at the helm. But now that I think back upon that day 20 years ago in the burning castle, you did not answer my question, and there we go. What is your name? I'm going to fall too high. If you are not the son of Kozuki Oden and Toki, then I'll call off this execution and offer a full apology for the confusion. So I ask you one more time, boy. What is your name? Blah. You're so kind, Master Kaido. One little white lie and that kid gets to live. You better come up with a funny name, kid. My name. Come on, Momonosuke, bro. Don't do this, bro. Accept who you are, dog. I have been saying this for the last couple weeks with the Yamato plotline. I was like, yo, Yamato and Momonosuke are going through very similar character arcs, man. Very, very similar stuff. Whereas Yamato's journey eventually will lead down towards that freedom of inner self. Momonosuke is the same way. Except Momonosuke, of course, has had the longer amount of time in order to come to terms with this, and has Luffy to help him and guide him throughout this entire situation to really stay true to himself, right? And who he is. My man is the son of Kozuki Oden. Be proud of that. You feel me? You are Kozuki Momonosuke. Stop acting around like all this stuff. And we saw that earlier on this arc whenever he gave that speech over there in Udon. And I was like, all right, man. My boy's out here. He knows. So here we go. You better come with a funny name, kid. What you mean that little boy is the real Kozuki Momonosuke? Yeah, but all the vassals are still alive. What? And here we have Yamato. So Yamato, of course, didn't know this. You mean that little boy is the real Kozuki and all the vassals are alive? What? Now let me take these off like I promised. You just want, yo, Luffy's gonna take off Yamato's handcuffs? You just want to remove, right? Actually, just to be sure, take them off and throw them far away. I don't think they'll explode, but just in case. Luffy breathes in, takes the handcuffs, snaps them off. It's the real hockey. It's the real hockey. They're off. The performance stage, you say. Yamato and Straw Luffy are heading towards the stage. And here we see Ulti. You'll pay for this, Yamato. Usopp, we're going the wrong way. Hey, you heard that announcement? They're gonna kill Momo. And here we have General Frankie coming up in like Swimmer with Chopper and Usopp, dressed in the toughness of General Frankie's exterior. There's danger all around Usopp. Are these giants? Intruders. Gotta report. And here comes Kawamatsu. But still, Ulti's like Flagnards. This is my chance. You know, you're gonna pay for this, both Luffy and Yamato. Because, you know, Ulti wants to rematch with Luffy. But if Yamato came up in like Swimmer, Thunder Bagu and I mean, straight up like MLB Slugfest 04. Like you're playing against Albert Pujols with the ball on fire and everything. And here we see Law, Kid, and Zoro. Zoro's still fighting all those individuals over there. Kid's having fun. Law, thank God, is finally here with his crew and ready to go for like swimwear. You are meant to one day carry this nation on your shoulders. So Toki, bro. One day I'm gonna be king of the pirates. And we see the Momonosuke, thanks to Luffy, has been able to see an individual who has come to full terms with who he is and fully embraces and accepts the role which he must take, or the role that he believes he must take, and pushes forward with that goal, 110% fully proclaiming from the bottom of his heart what he wants to be. And that's Luffy being the king of the pirates, man. And we saw that happen with Kobe, and hopefully now that sticks into Momonosuke's skull with this entire process, back from Punk Hazard to Dressrosa, especially in Zou, whenever that incredible moment happened between the two, and of course here in Wano, man. So listen to Momonosuke's answer. What's that where your name came from? Momo is a name that means second to none. My name is Kozuki Momonosuke, the man who will be the shogun of Wano. Let him know, Momonosuke. Let him know, man. Let him know you could cut off my head right here. You could You could take your club, hit me all the way to the Flagnards, but it does not change who I am. I am Kozuki Momonosuke, the man who will be the shogun of Wano. I'm so happy, bro. And the wonderful thing about this moment, the most glorious thing about this moment, is that it has the entire... Okay, Lobemo. It has the entire build up from the entire series up until this point in time. So it's like Flagnards, or at least the entirety post time skip until this point in time. It's like, yo, every moment, every little character moment with Luffy and Momo, all for this. All for this. And I thought Momonosuke personally was gonna have a moment within Onigashima where he's gonna deliver like this incredible speech or something. And I was like, nah, but here, Kaido asked him a simple question, yo, what is your name, son? If you lie, you get to live. And I guarantee you, had Momonosuke not gone through, I mean, I don't know. You know, maybe he would have summed up the courage. But I think what Oda's trying to get through here is that it's because Momonosuke met the Straughts, and because he was able to see a person with so much confidence in their skills that he would even lay down his life for his dream and for his purpose in Luffy, right? And he must have saw that, and he was like, Flagnards, I'm gonna do it too. I'll die right here, and I will not neglect who I am, son. Let's go, bro. And we have everybody just laughing, man. Kaido was like, Flagnard's the bastard. Father, mother, I wanted to be a man, worthy of facing you in the afterlife. Hiyori, I wish I could have seen you again. And here he's crying. Kaido's lifting up his club. I don't want to die. I don't want to cry. It is shameful for a warrior to cry in front of others. And we see a massive explosion. I can't believe that cow gorilla. He really was gonna kill me. Yamato was just flying eyes like Flagnards. He really was gonna kill me. I thought the bastard was just playing around. But no. The handcuffs blow up. Massive explosion. Well, that settles it. I no longer think of him as a father. Wait, Yamato. What just happened? Did something explode? It's Yamato. Well, we made it in time. But we're not the ones who start this battle. We see Kaido. And Kaido goes up and Yamato's right in front of Kaido. Luffy's also in front of Kaido. The Yakuza samurai. Where'd they come from? The Mink Kings, they're alive. And we have all three of them, all three of his subordinates. King, Queen, Jack. Izo goes up and like swimwear. Izo knocks the blade out of King's hand. Then here we see Raizo, Kawamatsu, Kiku, Itarashi, Nekomamushi, Yashiradoji. What is that? You, Kyoshiro? Surrender your name and be as a child. Now here we see Kyoshiro as well. Denjiro finally accepting himself for who he truly is, even all these years of living under this lie. And now the time has come, and I guarantee you, he must be feeling this just as much as everyone, because he lived these 20 years. He's been waiting for this day for so long. Put your life into this attack. Your swords can do nothing to me. Never come back to Wano. Odin! Oh, this ain't the time for drinks. Grab your weapons. Tsunachi! It's alright. And they say Tsunachi. The snatch thing from earlier on that they said was absolutely not be said. But nah, this time you have a collaborative team attack all on Kaido. Let's go! Dude, they all go up in. We're talking about the entire 9 Scabbards. Finally, they did that joke for Odin, bro. I have goosebumps, dog. They did it all for Odin. After all of these years of just non-stop garbage. And they must have, especially the individuals who lived all of this, man. You're talking about Kiku. You're talking about Ashura Doji, Kawamatsu, Denjiro. These people that stayed behind and weren't sent all those years into the future. These people who stayed behind were suffering for so long. And they finally get to put this blade into Kaido. That moment with Izo was so nasty. Izo shot the thing out of King's hand. And then every single one of the Scabbards, with absolutely no fear, for my boy Kozuki Odin, and go down and the belt Kaido right in the stomach. Oh, this is the beginning of the war. There is no question. The raid on Onigashima has officially begun. Momonosuke hit the trigger. The moment he said that I'm the son of Odin, that I am Kozuki Momonosuke and I will be the Shogun of Wano. That was the set off for the entire arc. Yamato and Luffy started going up in like swimwear. Then you have all of the Scabbards going. This stretch that we've been in the past couple of chapters will go down as legendary, man. This is insane. This is insane because you already know King, Queen, and Jack are not gonna stand for this. I wonder what Big Mom's reaction is going to be to this, and Kaido, because Kaido's the one getting struck. What is Kaido going to do? And then Yamato. Yamato now has the cuffs off. Luffy and Yamato together. Can we go like swim more, son? Oh, dude, it's gonna be nasty. What a chapter. From the beginning with this incredible double spread. Man. But somehow I do not think that Kanjuro is truly dead. To be honest with y'all, man. But aside from that, everybody willing to you know, lay down their lives here. Everybody tearing up. Kaido continues here. He even tells this thing to Orochi, man. We get to get a pretty good. We know where everybody is except for Sanji, right? And I've been trying to, and we've been discussing here on the channel, like I've seen in the past couple reactions, that I still do believe that Stealth Black is gonna go up and like somewhere and save Momonosuke. I really, really do. That's probably where we're going to go next chapter. Unless I would love to see a situation where possibly Yamato could do it because of how their character arcs are bound to be connected with Yamato and Momonosuke. So I wouldn't mind Yamato being the one that saves Momonosuke, you know, alongside Luffy. But we'll see what happens, because I'm pretty sure Yamato wants to go after Kaido now. You know, it's like that Flagnard actually wanted to kill me with these, with chains. So, and shout out to Luffy. Luffy can now break people free of them things thanks to the real hockey. There's little moments like this, right, with Hyogoro, like have they no warrior's pride. Shinobu, well, Shinobu could do it as well, because Shinobu is currently on the way. We had Nami and Carrot are currently being held together by Big Mom. Let's go back over here. This was so incredible. What is your name? And then Ulti's even coming back for seconds. And we get to see who's who as well, son. Yo, I'm ready, man. This is gonna be GOAT. And then Usopp, Chopper, and Frankie going up in like somewhere as well. And we get to see where Law Kid and Zoro are at too. Momo is a name that means second to none. My name is Kozuki Momonosuke, the man who will be Shogun of Wano. And then he starts reflecting, and he starts thinking like, man, I wish I could have seen this, could have done that. But if this is it, this is it. I'm staying true to who I am, man. That was so beautiful, dog. And then I was thinking, I was like, what are the flying flatters that explosion? It's the handcuffs coming off. And then Yamato and Luffy start floating down. Anytime I see Luffy float down from the skies, it reminds me of Marineford. Whenever he came floating down with the rest of the Impel Down prisoners to invade the war. Well, that settles it. I no longer think of him as a father. And we see the tears coming down Yamato's face. No, Luffy says Yama-o. Like the who else does he do that to Law with a trowel, right? It's that kind of thing. Yama-o, trowel, so that kind of thing, right? This isn't that like bro, like Law bro. So it's like Yamato bro, like brother Yamato. Maybe I don't know. That'd be dope. Wait, Yama-o. Wait, Yama bro. Like, yo, probably what it is, right? I don't know. I don't know what trowel actually. I know it's just Traffy, but it's not gonna be Yaffy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Yaffy, Yamato. No, that's why Yamato says right here that it's Yamato. Okay, I thought it was the people from around, you know, like either somebody on top, like one of like king or queen or one of the people under Kaido, or like, yo, it's Yamato. But no, that's the joke. Like Luffy's like, wait, Yama-o, and then Yamato's like, nah, it's Yamato. Like, get it right, son. We're in time, but we're not the ones who start this battle. I love how Luffy says that, man, because he's like, listen, these individuals, we're helping them out with this fight, but we're not pulling the trigger yet. And that's always been consistent with Luffy's character. He's always waiting on everybody else until he starts the battle. He waited on Vivi, he waited on Robin, he waited on Nami. He always waits when somebody else gives the go and he can actually go in and do something to help it. That's when my boy steps in. That's always been a consistency with his character. I'm only gonna help if you want to do it as well. If it's something that you want to do, you feel me? I'll help you out, but you have to come up with that resolve yourself. So great, man. That's the king, baby. That is the king. And this awesome moment with Kaido being shocked with everybody coming up behind him. And then King, Queen, and Jack are like flagnards. And I'll guarantee you, Jack's like, whoa, they're alive? Neko and Orochi after all I did to them? And then Izo gets the blade out of King's hand. And then they all go for like somewhere they can do nothing about it. And then we get this, one of the best double spreads in the entire arc so far. Tsunachi. Tsunachi. That's so interesting. Because of that Tsunachi thing, and of course Momo and Zoro must have heard that from the past. It's that connection, man. Tsunachi. What is that? It's a raid. Is that what Tsunachi means? Is that it's a raid? No. I'm pretty sure that those are two different senses, but still. And now they're sending Kaido all the way down to that bottom part of the war. Oh, what a kickoff to the war, son. Your swords can do nothing to me. Never come back to Wano, bro. And yo, Kaido's like, oh snap. This ain't time for drinks. Grab your weapons. Tsunachi. God, I love One Piece, man. Yo, this series is... Dude, like, seriously, man. If I didn't love this series the way that I do, trust me, man, I probably would have taken this week off. Yeah, and it's because of this game that I'm playing, man, because of how incredible it is. And I'm like, nah, man, but in my heart, I was like, bro, I have to, the moment that I can, I have to watch the opening. I have to read the chapter. Incredible, both, man. Both the chapter was phenomenal. Amazing chapter, bro. I can't wait for the next chapter. Next chapter, it's August 10th. What's today? August 3rd. Next chapter comes out on a Monday? I mean, that's better for me. I have Mondays off. I can be here for a chapter releasing? The moment it comes out? Nah, but wait. Possibly. If this is factual. August 10th. But regardless. Anyways. What a chapter. Yo. This final moment right here, man. Because you just think to everything else that's happening in the series, the flashback. And I just got finished watching the opening, so I'm remembering all that stuff. And everything that these characters have gone through. You know how long they've been waiting to put a hidden Kaido. But because of the way that all these series work. And look at Kaido holding Nekomamushi's face. And he's like, trying to... So Kaido's gonna come back with a vengeance. And the fact that it's him and Big Mom here, man. They're about to go up and like somewhere. So what happens now? But this is the kickoff to this war. It's about to go down. I'm about to see some battles. It's about to go to this war, bro. I'm so excited, son. Oh, man. I can't wait for the next chapter. I'm glad we don't have to wait long in order to get it, man. But I will see y'all next time. Have an awesome day. One Piece greatness. What a chapter, dude. Let me know what y'all thought about this week's chapter. If you have any thoughts on like the Tsunachi thing, or what happens now? Do you who do you see getting Momonosuke out of there? Definitely looks to be. I'm going with one of three cases, right? Sanji and Stealth Black, Shinobu actually succeeds, or Yamato and Luffy bring Momonosuke out of there. Which I'm okay with any of the three. But we'll see what happens, man. I definitely I'm curious on seeing what Yamato does now, considering that that Kaido actually did plan on playing like flat, because it's clearly explosives, right? It's like, wow. You compare that to the whole Sanji situation, this is Sanji's word gonna explode like that. Good lord. Feel sorry for Yamato. But we'll see what happens from here on out, man. What a chapter. It's such a great chapter, bro. I'll see y'all next time. Have an awesome day. One Piece greatness. Finally. Raid starting. They're going up in like somewhere. And Momonosuke was such an amazing moment that was built up for so long. He had been wanting to state those very words, especially back to Kaido of all people, man. We know that how much he had feared him for so long. This is the very thought. He didn't wear his pants, but the fact that he was able to say that, man, no matter what the consequences were, shows the effect Luffy's had on him. That's so awesome, man. One Piece greatness, dude.